In the annals of modern UFO sightings, certain cases stand out not only for the strangeness of the events, but also for the unsettling consequences that follow. One such case involves a Department of Defense employee who reportedly witnessed and photographed a metallic sphere hovering above San Diego in 2014. The clear images captured during this sighting were submitted to prominent UFO research organizations, including the Mutual UFO Network and the National UFO Reporting Center. However, shortly after these photographs were published online, the witness mysteriously disappeared, adding a layer of intrigue and fear to an already mysterious event. The sighting occurred on a clear day in the summer of 2014, when a Department of Defense employee, who has remained anonymous for security reasons, observed an unusual object in the sky above San Diego. The object, described as a metallic sphere, was reportedly hovering silently at a considerable altitude. The sphere appeared to reflect the sunlight, indicating a smooth, reflective surface, and it remained stationary for several minutes before suddenly accelerating and disappearing at an incredible speed. The witness, who was familiar with various types of aircraft due to their employment, immediately recognized that the object did not resemble any known military or civilian craft. Its spherical shape, lack of visible propulsion system, and sudden disappearance were all features that distinguished it from anything the witness had encountered in their professional capacity. The employee managed to capture several high-quality images of the metallic sphere using a digital camera. These images clearly show a round, reflective object against the blue sky, with no apparent wings, engines, or other features typically associated with conventional aircraft. The photographs were taken from different angles, providing multiple perspectives of the sphere's shape and appearance. Recognizing the potential significance of the sighting, the witness decided to submit the images to the Mutual UFO Network and the National UFO Reporting Center, two of the most reputable organizations dedicated to investigating and documenting UFO sightings. Both organizations received the images and classified the case as highly credible, noting the clarity of the photographs and the reliability of the witness given their background in defense. Shortly after the images were submitted to the organizations, they were published on various online platforms, including the official websites of the organizations and several UFO enthusiast forums. The photographs quickly gained attention due to their unusual clarity and the credibility of the witness. Discussions erupted across the internet, with many speculating about the origin of the metallic sphere and whether it could be evidence of extraterrestrial technology or a highly classified military project. While some skeptics suggested that the object might be a weather balloon, drone, or other mundane explanation, the quality of the images and the witness's testimony made such explanations seem inadequate to many observers. The sighting was soon hailed as one of the most compelling UFO cases of the year. As the images circulated online, something far more disturbing occurred. The employee who had witnessed and photographed the sphere suddenly disappeared. According to reports, the witness was last seen shortly after the photographs were published, and although they allegedly did interviews and made various comments about the incident, in recent years they haven't been seen. Many have questioned whether this is because they worked for the Department of Defense. The relationship between the United States Department of Defense and unidentified flying objects has long been a subject of public fascination, speculation, and controversy. Over the decades, the Department of Defense has played a pivotal role in investigating, documenting, and at times, seemingly obscuring information related to UFO sightings and encounters. From the early days to recent revelations about secretive programs, the Department of Defense's involvement with unidentified objects reveals a complex interplay of national security concerns, scientific inquiry, and public transparency. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no trace of the individual was found. The disappearance has led to widespread speculation and concern, with some suggesting that the witness may have been silenced by governmental or other clandestine forces. The timing of the disappearance, so soon after the release of the photographs, has only fueled these suspicions. Those familiar with the case have pointed out that whistleblowers and individuals who come forward with sensitive information often face significant risks, particularly when the information pertains to national security or potentially classified technology. One of the most common theories surrounding the disappearance is that it was part of a government cover-up. The metallic sphere, if indeed an advanced technology not publicly known, could have been part of a secret military program or an unidentified craft of extraterrestrial origin. If the latter, the implications would be enormous, potentially affecting national security, public perception, and even global politics. In this context, the disappearance of the witness might have been an attempt to prevent further information from leaking or to send a message to others who might consider coming forward with similar evidence. The idea of government agencies suppressing UFO-related information is not new and has been a recurring theme in UFO lore for decades. The mysterious disappearance of the DoD employee fits neatly into this narrative, reinforcing the belief that powerful entities will go to great lengths to keep certain information hidden. Another, more speculative theory is that the disappearance was somehow related to the object itself. Some proponents of this idea suggest that the metallic sphere might have been advanced in origin and that the witness's disappearance was the result of direct intervention by the beings controlling the craft. The disappearance of the employee remains unresolved, adding a layer of mystery to an already perplexing UFO case. The photographs of the metallic sphere continue to circulate online, serving as a reminder of the sighting and the questions it raises. However, without the testimony or further input from the witness, much about the event remains unknown. The case of the metallic sphere above San Diego exemplifies the challenges and dangers that can arise when individuals encounter and attempt to share evidence of unexplained phenomena. Whether the witness's disappearance was the result of foul play, a government intervention, or something else entirely, it underscores the risks associated with challenging the status quo and bringing potentially disruptive information to light. As of right now, the sighting of the metallic sphere above San Diego and the subsequent disappearance of the witness are a stark reminder of how little we truly understand about the universe and the potential forces at play. The phenomenon of unidentified flying objects has fascinated humanity for decades, sparking curiosity, fear, and a relentless quest for the truth. While many approach the subject with a sense of wonder and scientific inquiry, there exists a darker side to UFO investigations, one in which those who delve too deeply into the mystery of UFOs may find themselves facing intimidation, harassment, and even threats. Over the years, numerous individuals who have investigated UFO sightings, shared evidence, or spoken publicly about their experiences have reported being harassed or intimidated. These threats often come in the form of anonymous phone calls, visits from mysterious individuals, or strange occurrences that seem designed to create fear and dissuade further investigation. One of the most notorious examples of such intimidation is the phenomenon of the men in black. Described as mysterious, often menacing figures dressed in black suits, the MIB are said to appear unannounced at the homes or workplaces of UFO witnesses and researchers, warning them to remain silent about what they have seen. While some dismiss them as an urban legend, many credible individuals have reported encounters with these figures, suggesting that there may be a real basis for the stories. Beyond these mysterious beings, there have been reports of more overt forms of harassment, such as physical surveillance, break-ins, and tampering with personal property. These actions are typically aimed at creating a sense of paranoia and fear, making it clear to the targets that their activities are being closely monitored. In more extreme cases, UFO investigators and witnesses have reported receiving direct threats to their lives or safety. These threats can be delivered in person, over the phone, or through anonymous letters. The message is usually clear: cease all investigations and public discussions about UFOs, or face severe consequences. For example, several prominent UFO researchers have claimed to have been followed by unmarked vehicles, or to have received warnings from individuals claiming to be government agents. These warnings often come with the implication that the individual's safety, or that of their family, could be at risk if they continue to pursue or disclose certain information. In some instances, these threats have led to tragic outcomes. There are cases where individuals involved in UFO research or whistleblowing have passed away under suspicious circumstances, fueling speculation that their deaths were not accidental, but were instead the result of deliberate actions taken to silence them. The case of Dr. James McDonald. Dr. James E. McDonald, a respected physicist and UFO researcher, is one of the most tragic examples of someone who may have faced consequences for his involvement in UFO investigations. In the 1960s, MacDonald became one of the most vocal advocates for serious scientific study of UFOs, often clashing with government officials and skeptics. MacDonald's research and public statements made him a prominent figure in the UFO community, but they also made him a target. He reportedly received threats and was subjected to intense scrutiny by government agencies. MacDonald's career and personal life began to unravel, and in 1971, he passed away under mysterious circumstances. Many in the UFO community believe that MacDonald's passing was directly related to his UFO research and the pressure he faced from unknown sources. One of the most commonly cited reasons for the threats and harassment faced by UFO investigators is the possibility that some UFO sightings are related to secret government projects. If certain UFOs are, in fact, advanced military aircraft or other classified technology, it stands to reason that government agencies would take steps to protect that information from being disclosed. In this context, the threats against UFO researchers could be seen as a form of damage control, aimed at preventing sensitive information from reaching the public or foreign adversaries. The use of intimidation tactics, disinformation, and even more drastic measures could be part of a larger strategy to maintain secrecy and control over information related to national security. Another theory is that the threats are related to the possibility of extraterrestrial involvement. If some UFOs are indeed of extraterrestrial origin, the implications for humanity are profound. The disclosure of such information could have far-reaching consequences for global security, religion, and societal stability. In this scenario, both government and non-governmental entities might have a vested interest in suppressing the truth about UFOs. This theory suggests that the threats against UFO investigators are part of a broader effort to prevent the public from learning the full extent of the UFO phenomenon. The existence of extraterrestrial life, particularly if it has been in contact with Earth, could be one of the most closely guarded secrets in history. One of the most compelling reasons why UFOs are perceived as a security threat is their apparent technological superiority. Reports from military pilots and radar operators have described UFOs capable of performing maneuvers that defy the laws of physics as we understand them. These objects have been observed traveling at hypersonic speeds, making sharp turns without decelerating, and hovering motionless in mid-air, all without any visible means of propulsion or aerodynamic surfaces like wings or tail fins. The presence of such advanced technology in our airspace, with no clear explanation of its origin or intent, is a cause for serious concern. If these UFOs are the product of foreign adversaries, they could represent a significant leap in technological capabilities, potentially rendering existing defense systems obsolete. Alternatively, if these objects are of extraterrestrial origin, the implications for national security are even more profound, as humanity would be faced with a technologically superior civilization operating within our atmosphere without our consent or understanding. The capabilities demonstrated by UFOs suggest that current defense systems may be vulnerable or inadequate in addressing the threat they pose. Traditional radar and missile defense systems are designed to detect and respond to known aircraft and missiles, which operate within established parameters of speed, altitude, and maneuverability. However, UFOs have consistently exhibited behaviors that fall outside these parameters, making them difficult, if not impossible, to track and engage. This vulnerability is particularly concerning for military installations, nuclear facilities, and other critical infrastructure, which could be at risk if UFOs are able to bypass or disable existing security measures. The inability to reliably detect and respond to these objects undermines the effectiveness of national defense strategies and exposes potential weaknesses that could be exploited by adversaries.